Hello friends, today I'm ready to help you for doing textbook exercises of the lesson Maggie's First Reader, Unit 2 from Let's Discover English course book. Now I'm reading from page number 52. Our first exercise is pick out from the text words that are similar in meaning to the following words. Here there are 8 words given. We have to find out similar words from the lesson. So the first word is aroma. So I have found out the meaning from the textbook. You can just listen. Aroma, whiff. Crazy, cure. Gleaming, glistening. Choosy, fuzzy. Consider, reckon. Completely, thoroughly. Greedily, ravenously. Powdered, granulated. So our answers are in order: whiff, glistening, cure, fuzzy, reckon, thoroughly, ravenously, granulated. Our next task is pick out from the text words that are opposite in meaning to the following words. So there are 6 words given here: indifference, intolerant, consciously, arranged, bland, worthless. So we have to find out the opposite of these words. So listen: indifferent opposite wonderment, arranged littered, intolerant liberal, bland delicious, consciously unknowingly, worthless opposite remarkable. Here in the page number 54, we have another exercise. That is, in the following sentences, label the following parts: subject, finite verb, direct object, indirect object, and subject complement. And there are 6 sentences given here to find out subject, finite verb, direct object, indirect object, and subject complement. So just before marking, we have to understand what is a finite verb. Actually, a finite verb is a form of a verb that has a subject and can function as the root of an independent clause. An independent clause can in turn stand alone as a complete sentence. A finite verb, sometimes called main verb or linking verb, is a verb that has a subject. This means that it can be the main verb in a sentence. So here finite verb means a main verb in a sentence. It shows tense, past or present, or the numbers singular or plural. So here our first sentence is: most colleges offer several computer science courses. In this sentence, our subject is most colleges. Most colleges is the subject. And here the action word is offer. The word offer describes what the subject does. So here offer is a finite verb. A finite verb is always one word. Usually it will be a standard verb in the past tense. For example, played, ate. And a verb in the present tense. For example, plays or eats, such like the words. Or an auxiliary verb in the present or past tense, namely am, is, are, was, were, has, have, had, does, etc. And in the second sentence, so in the first sentence, we have most colleges offer several computer science courses. So the most colleges is the subject, offer is the finite verb because it can stand alone and it is speaking about the subject. And several computer science courses is the direct object. And in the second sentence, Jinal won the state level badminton championship. Jinal is the subject and won is the finite verb. The state level badminton championship is the direct object. The tall man at the counter served him a drink. The tall man is the subject and the served is finite verb, and him, there is a word here, him is the indirect object and a drink is the direct object. The whole class seemed to be busy. The whole class is subject. Seemed is the finite verb. To be busy is complement. His good deeds will get him blessings. His good deeds subject. Then will get finite verb. Him is the indirect object. Blessings direct object. The players is the subject here. Looked finite verb. Sad is the subject complement. In the page number 55, we have one exercise. Identify the following sentences as declarative, interrogative, imperative or exclamatory sentences. The first one is, she is working very hard, isn't she? This is a question. So it can be called as interrogative sentence. The monkeys from the temple have been driven away. It is a statement. Since it is a statement, it can be considered as declarative sentence. Who gave them the orders to do so? It's a question, interrogative sentence. He did not pay heed to my advice. It is a statement, declarative sentence. I can't figure this out. That's an exclamatory sentence. Do you know where she lives? It's a question, so it is interrogative sentence. Go to the store. That's an order. So it can be considered as imperative sentence. Put that statue down. That's a command. So it can be considered as imperative sentence. We were asked not to come late. It's a statement, so it is declarative sentence. So I will read the answers in order. First one interrogative, second one declarative sentence, third one interrogative sentence, fourth one declarative sentence, then fifth one exclamatory, sixth one interrogative, seventh imperative, eighth imperative, and the last one declarative sentence.